We started explaining it, and then we started getting into which criteria for, did it meet on a hand pass. I noticed that the handshake was pretty much over, so I'm like, look, I got to shake hands here, it's not like I'm going to change it. So he was, they looked at the different, what's the net, this, all the normal things you look for, but the one they were really looking at was it a hand pass? So that's what, and he started explaining it, like I said, and then we ran out of time. So.
Have you had a chance to look at it yet?
No.
What was it like for those 6, 7 minutes at 10 just to kind of sift through that and wait for that?
It was, been there before. We had a 15-minute one at the Garden one year. We're playing BU, and might have been the full 15 minutes. And, so, we've been there, just waited out, and hope that, there was enough evidence to be conclusive, though. One of those plays where usually whatever they call on the ice is going to stand because if it's not conclusive. So the call on the ice was a goal. So, they would have had to find conclusive. That's kind of what Jeff said. So.
Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Obviously we're proud of our guys. How they battled and fought against a really good team. Real happy for Norm. Obviously, and his staff, they did a great job. Their team played real well. But we're proud of our guys. And more importantly than tonight is, how far we've come this year. We don't even resemble the team that were at the start of the year. Martin Willett and Kevin Shore.
Coach, following Diamond's dismissal, what changes did you make, if any, to the lineups to combat that?
Yeah, we for a while there we doubled Beatty up there, and then we doubled Merchant up in the third, Beatty in the second, Merchant in the third, and just juggled some lines. Tried had some different combos. Who was fresh, and depended on if it was power play or PK. And we shuffled. We put Hutton on the first team in place of Joe, and kind of juggled some positions. And it was fine. We've been down that road before this season with all the injuries and guys that have missed time. So I thought the guys didn't miss a beat. And I thought they adjusted well.
Any questions for the guys?
Yeah, Martin, on the breakaway with Scott Wilson, the one that you made a nice robbery, what was going through your mind when you saw him get stride in the half?
I knew he was a good player, so I actually thought he was going to go the other side. He kind of surprised me, but I was able to glove it, and it was a good save and gave us all momentum and being
That was a tremendous save. Did you think that he was going to switch it up and try and go backhand on you instead of when he shot?
I wasn't sure. I don't really know him that well as a player, so I tried to be patient and let him make the first move, and that's what I did. So.
Hell of a highlight save, though.
The tying goal, you immediately went over and talked to officials. What were you saying there?
My pad was right on the post, and I made the first save, and they kind of just jammed it, and my pad kind of backed up in the net with the puck. So, I was just trying to, tell them that there's not much I could have done because they pushed me in the net, but they reviewed it, and it was a good goal. So.
It's got to be one of your best games of the year, and you had killed 60 minutes of penalties. You just seemed to be able, I had you with 17 grade A saves. I mean, really, you kept the team in it, when you guys had to kill penalties and stuff.
Yeah, I think, first of all, the guys did a great job tonight in the PK. Cleared the puck a lot, cleared the rebounds, and I was able to see the puck a lot better. Tonight they were able to kind of move the guy in front of me, so I was able to see the puck, and I was able to make some good stops to keep the team in the game, and the guys played unreal in front of me.
The game winner, you got taken out. Mark never sort of was coming across, sort of took you out, and then Pop was just sitting there on the game winner.
I made the first save, and then I'll have to watch it on the video. I don't really know what happened after, where the rebound went, but I was kind of out in that, at that point, and I looked back and the puck was sitting there in the crease and the guy was able to push it in, so, not too sure what happened after that first save.
Their coach talked about how mentally difficult it was for them. Did you get a sense that you were confounding them a little bit in the game?
I felt like today was more, it felt more like a playoff game than yesterday. Just the little stuff in the corners, and we definitely have similar but different type of styles of hockey, and we kind of tried, I guess, we try to just sort of dull the game down. They're a run and gun kind of team, and so if that's what they were kind of meant by mentally difficult, and obviously in the playoffs there's so much emotion, so it's mentally difficult for both teams, but they obviously overcame that. Good for them.
Can you take us through your goal, Devin, and what
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Steve Swavely got kicked out of the face-off, and Ryan Larmer came in, and he was, I think I might have been the only 2 draws he took all year, and he won them perfectly clean, so that was the second one, and it was right on my tape, and I kind of brought it to the middle, and Steve Swavely was great at the net front all game, and it wasn't a hard shot, but it just got there and went.
Devin, can you talk about when Diamond went out, just what you and your line needed to do to kind of adjust on the fly?
Yeah, that's tough when your line mates goes out, and looking back as like the way it worked out, it was his last one to go. It's tough, but at that point in the game, when you're in the game, you're not thinking about that, and you just gotta worry about your game and the guys who are still on the bench, and we trusted the coaches to do what they wanted to do with the line and with the lines, and we were all in with what they did, and not much changes. You just gotta keep at it and play hard.
What was the feel, I guess, confidence like after you scored the goal, Devin? Marty's playing great, you guys get the goal, you're in the same position you are a night ago, you're frustrating them, you're up the goal, and just kind of take us through, the general mindset of the team at that point.
Yeah, it's always nice to get the first goal in any game, to get that one up the lead, but they're, I think, the 6th ranked team in the country, so we were just trying to stick to our game plan, because odds are we probably weren't going to beat them 1-0, and it felt great to get the first one, but just kind of keep running. It's too bad we had a power play late in that second. It would have been nice to get another one, but we didn't. And I felt like the whole game we got a ton of chances, and kind of rode that momentum, and we didn't back down. So, but no, after the goal, it felt good. But there was a ton of games we played left still. And,
What was the improvement in the penalty kill? You guys have allowed 7 power play goals in the last 20 chances, but today you killed 16 minutes of penalties.
The coaches made a great adjustment. After the video last night, we let them get to the middle too much, and so they picked up on that and just told us to keep them out of the middle as much as we could. And a credit to the players. I think almost all the forwards got some penalty kill time, and we all bought in and tried to keep them out of the middle. And because you have one less guy than them, so they're going to have something, but you don't want that to be in the middle.
Now, we were talking last night about how you had to stay out of the penalty box and to get more penalties minutes tonight than last night. What happened? I mean, it's the emotions of a playoff game, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Joe had a tough night, it's an emotional game. He's an emotional guy. He's, you kind of live and die by the sword. We wouldn't even be in the playoffs if it weren't for Joe's play and all the big goals he scored and his leadership. So, again, he's part of our family, and we stuck with him, and I feel for him. He was, emotions got the best of him tonight, and but otherwise I thought our discipline was excellent this weekend. It's just tough night for him, but we love him, and he's still part of our family, that's for sure. And like I said, we wouldn't have been in this situation without Joe.
Any questions for the players, or are you done with them?
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck, guys.
Good for me, or
It's too early to look back on you.
Go ahead, Laura.
What a different kind of team you are right now, and improvement in game. It's obviously bitter kind of now to have it over, but you get some satisfaction out of the improvement, out of the way these guys grew this year?
Yeah, no, we're very proud of them, yeah. I think, you know, obviously, you know, we faced a lot of adversity this year, you know, on and off the ice, and I think, what we're most proud of this group is, they never quit on each other. They kept fighting, and, you know, had it come easy, I think we would have lost a lot of lessons. You know, we would have missed out on some very important life lessons, and certainly we learned a lot this year. And I think most importantly was that when you're a family like this, and these guys go through so much, they really are a family. And for them to stick with each other with all their faults, all of our faults, you know, and to improve as they did, genuinely improved to the second best record in the league since Christmas. You know, we're very proud of them. You know, it bodes very well for the future. Obviously, kids like Devin Shore and, you know, Ben Hunt and I can go on, but boy, they've came a long way since the start of the year. And again, it wasn't an easy ride. When you have 100 and whatever we have now, 121 man games lost to injury, you know, you've got to make it. You got to adapt, and you got to find ways. And guys played. You know, we had D that played forward. We had forward that played D. We had. You know, we went through every possible scenario, even within tonight's game, the same thing. So, again, they're very resilient. Their determination was exceptional, and they really played hard.